Class 2. Speaking of Yin Yuanli, he was from Yunnan and was good at using acupuncture to treat diseases. During a war, he fled into the mountains. At this time, it was getting dark, and he was far away from the village. He was afraid of encountering tigers and wolves, so he saw two people on the road in front of him from a distance, so he hurried up. When he arrived, the two people asked him where he was from, and Yin Yuanli told him his surname and place of origin. The two people raised their hands and said respectfully, "It turns out he is Mr. Yin, a good doctor. I have admired his name for a long time." Yin Yuanli asked them their surname. The two claimed their surname was Ban. One was named Ban Zhao and the other was named Banya. They then said to Yin Yuanli, "Sir, we are also seeking refuge. Fortunately, there is a stone house where we can stay temporarily. I dare you to condescend to come. We have other requests from you." Yin Yuanli happily followed them. After a while, we came to a place where there was a stone room near the rock valley. The two people lit firewood instead of candles, and only then did Yin Yuanli see their faces clearly. They had vicious looks and powerful bodies, and they didn't seem to be kind people. Then I figured I had nowhere else to go, so I had to resign myself to my fate. At this time, he heard moaning on the bed. When he looked carefully, he saw an old woman lying upright, as if she was in pain. Yin Yuanli asked, "What disease do you have?" Banya said, "For this reason, sir, respectfully invite you to come." So he held a torch and lit it up on the bed, asking Yin Yuanli to come closer and have a look. Yin Yuanli saw that the old woman had two tumors under her nose and at the corners of her mouth, which were as big as bowls. He also said that the pain was severe and that it was preventing her from eating. Yin Yuanli said, "Easy to treat." He took out the moxibustion group and applied dozens of moxibustions on the old woman, and said, "It will be fine after one night." The second class was very happy, and roasted venison for the guests. There was no wine or other food, only venison. Ban Zhao said, "It was too hasty, and I didn't know the guests were coming. I hope I won't be blamed for poor hospitality." After Yin Yuanli had eaten his fill, he fell asleep with his pillow on the stone. Although the second class is very honest, it is rough, which is scary. Yin Yuanli tossed and turned, not daring to fall asleep. Before dawn, he called to the old woman and asked her about her condition. The old woman just woke up, and when she touched it, she found that the tumor had broken open, leaving only two sores. Yin Yuanli urged the second class to get up, lit it with fire, applied medicine to the old woman, and said, "Okay." Then he said goodbye. And the second class took out a cooked deer leg and gave it to him. 3 years later, Yin Yuanli went into the mountains for business. He encountered two wolves blocking his way, and could not pass. At this time, the sun was about to set, and another large pack of wolves came. Yin Yuanli was attacked one after another. He was thrown to the ground by a wolf, and several wolves fought to bite him, and his clothes were all torn to pieces. Yin Yuanli thought, this time he was dead. At this time, two tigers suddenly came over. When the wolves saw them, they scattered and ran away. The tiger was furious and roared. The wolves lay on the ground in fear and did not dare to move. The tiger pounced on them and killed them all before leaving. Yin Yuanli escaped by chance and continued on his way in embarrassment. When he was worried that he had nowhere to stay, an old woman came towards him. When the old woman saw his appearance, she quickly said, "Mr. Yin has suffered a lot." Yin Yuanli sadly told the scene just now and asked her how she knew him. The old woman said, "I am the sick old woman in the stone house who asked you to moxibustion the tumor." Yin Yuanli suddenly realized it and asked to stay at her house, and the old woman took him there. Walking into a courtyard, lights were lit inside. The old woman said, "I have been waiting for my husband for a long time." Then he took out his clothes and asked Yin Yuanli to change into tattered clothes. Then he put out wine and food, and entertained him warmly. The old woman also poured herself some wine from a pottery bowl. She was both talkative and able to drink, unlike ordinary women. Yin Yuanli asked, "Who are those two men from the old man's house a few days ago? Why didn't you see them?" The old woman said, "My two sons went to greet the husband and haven't come back yet. They must have been lost." Yin Yuanli was grateful for their friendship, drank heartily, became drunk, and fell asleep soundly on his seat. When I woke up, it was already dawn. Looking around, there was no house. He was sitting on the rock alone. At this time, I heard a roaring sound from the rock. When I got closer, I saw that it was a tiger sleeping. There are two scars between the tiger's mouth, both as big as fists. Yin Yuanli was extremely frightened, fearing that the tiger would wake up and run away. Secretly, only then did he realize that the two tigers who saved his life were class 2.
Alright, this story has come to an end. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you.